Forgot to record. All right.
It worked out. Wouldn't have known it wasn't recorded if it wasn't for that.
Oh, it wasn't recording?
It was not recording. It is now.
Lucky we've been interrupted.
Yeah.
Times.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens, and I'll have to talk with Peggy offline so we can have this easier for her going forward.
Should
No.
I say my situation again?
No, we don't need to. We'll just push forward. All right. So habits, just continue doing what you're doing. I mean, everyone is working their time. We've talked about how to fill your time. So this is really just keep it going. One way that we are going to help keep that activity moving forward is we're going to start tracking KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. And this is something that you're going to be tracking every day. It's just a few simple numbers. It'll be very easy, but it's also going to be very clear on how you're doing in your business. In fact, I'm going to actually pull up a spreadsheet. So everyone should have gotten an email with a link to your spreadsheet.
Yes.
And you're just going to go in every day. So February 1st, how many hours did you work? 3. Whoops. How many leads?
Is that the KPI?
This is the KPI tracking sheet. And I've sent it so each team or person has one. You know, so how many leads were generated? Each day you want to track this. How many leads? Now let's talk about what a lead is. So let's say you pull up Zillow and you do a search in a certain area in a certain price range, and 15 properties pop up. Are your leads generated 15? The answer is no. A lead is only a property that you think has the potential to make an offer on. So of those 15 properties, let's say 2 of them look pretty distressed, and you're going to research them more to determine ultimately, are you going to make an offer? That's a lead. Okay. So how many leads are you finding every day? How many offers are you making? Well, we know Angel's going to have 1 offer for today. What's that, the 3rd?
Yes.
1 offer. And then how many offers accepted, right? And you're just going to do that every week. Now, our week is Monday. I'm sorry, Tuesday, because of where we do our meetings, our week starts on Tuesday. So February 1st, so you'll go back in and fill in for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then just do this moving forward. You want to have it completed at least by Monday night. Get it completed, because then Rayana will come in and see what are your weekly totals, and we're going to have that as part of what we do for coaching you on our Tuesday night accountability coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. All right. I just admitted her, so that should get Peggy in now. So thank you, Anita, for working with her.
You're welcome.
All right. The other thing I just want to mention, your accountability buddies. We do want you checking in with each other at least once a week. So continue. If you haven't done that, and I know most of you have, so I'd say just continue to do that. All right, and we're going to jump in and talk about market conditions. I just want to see, Peggy, are you here? Did we make it in? There you are. I see you on there. Okay, great.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you.
It's a challenge, but I'm here.
Yeah, we're going to jump in, and today we're going to talk about market conditions. That's something people have asked about. We're going to talk, and some of you haven't fully done yet. We're going to talk quick deal analysis and then talking to sellers. So I'm going to close this. Close this. All right, market analysis, market conditions. So, first of all, I'm a do it simple and easy person. And so if you want to know your market conditions, the easiest way to do it, give me a location, somebody. Give me a
Houston,
town, a city. What,
Houston,
George?
Texas.
What is it?
Houston, Texas.
Perfect. Houston, Texas, median home price,
That easy.
right? That's simple. Realtor.com, Zillow.com, and Redfin.com. Those are the three that I always look at.
Right now.
Whoops, no, you did it wrong. Now, there are also ways in the apps that you can get there, but I truly find just this Google is the quickest and easiest way to do it. So let's look Redfin, right? Houston housing market trends. Well, the median sales price, according to Redfin, 309. It's gone up 13%. That's good. Median days on market, 26. Let's go instead of 3 years. Let's look at 1 year. See if it changes. Come on.
I think I got 326 when I researched.
Okay, so if I do 1 year.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen that.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So 301, 26.8, right? These are the numbers you need. What's the median price, just so you know, and then what, most importantly, what's the days on market? Let's look at realtor.com.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Good. Okay. According to realtor.com,
There you go, yeah.
Houston, 325. Now look, 309, 325. Would you say it is, George?
Well, that's when I got 326.
326.
one's
Let's look
closer.
at
Zillow.
Zillow. Yeah, I'm going to
Wow.
be honest. At this point, Zillow, I'm finding their numbers aren't working. So I would stay away from them right now. Just I'm finding the numbers with Redfin and realtor.com or what are lining up. But so Redfin saying 325. And if you scroll down, right, what kind of market are you in? You're in a seller's market. There are more people looking to buy than homes are available. Now they're saying median days, 55 days. Let's just go to the last year. Yeah, they're right now, 55, 56 days in December. 26. Now that's a really big difference, right? That's 20 some days, 26 days different. Here's the thing. Everyone's pulling data from different places. I mean, they're pulling ultimately the same data, but they're analyzing it in different ways. So you're not going to get one number that's a unique number that everybody is going to agree with. And that's okay. You don't need that. You're looking for overall trends.
Okay.
And I will tell you, the place you're going to get some of your best data is your real estate agents.
Right. That's
So you want to be talking to them as well. And you can go to them and say, hey, look, I was looking online. I've seen everywhere from 26 to 52 days on market. What are you finding?
right.
Okay.
Or
But
your,
this is
your local RIA too.
your
Mike,
local RIA. Exactly.
Mhm.
Lourdes, is your hand up to ask a question or feedback?
I was just going on my computer right now while you were doing the market trend. Where did you go? Like, I'm in realtor.com. Where did you click to find that quick
Well, I didn't.
information?
I don't know how to get to it through the Realtor app. So I always
Google.
do
Oh.
a Google search, median home price, and then like
Oh,
Asheville.
okay.
And
Got
then I
it.
just find the
Got it.
link. I had spent like a half hour, an hour in the past 2 days trying to click into it. Screw it. I'm doing what's
Yeah.
easy.
Got it.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so again, this is just to let us get a sense of where are we in the market? What's going on? What I like with this realtor is they have the quick, where it is on a balanced buyer or seller's market. That's a very telling, right? That tells you, hey, not a lot of inventory, prices are probably going up. We may have some competitive bidding happening, but time on market's probably going to be less, right? Because houses are selling. So use this to just get that quick snapshot. Now, you don't have to be in the median price. You could be in a lower market. Maybe you want to be more for, maybe you're buying properties that you can turn around and rent out. So you want to be in a lower market. You may want to be in a luxury market. That's up to you. You can decide, but this just lets you know what's going on. Okay, Anita, and then Lori.
Does this also tell you what the average rental is as rental price? Rental, rates.
Yeah, it's a good question. Let me just see. I don't know if it has, let me scroll down, but we're gonna. Yeah, so let's try let's do median just to see if it's median rental price. I'm gonna do a zip code, see if what comes up for that. So it looks like there's just some, let's see what this rent data one is. Oh, wow. All right, rentdata.org.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Google is our friend. Okay, and Lourdes, did you have another question?
No, Michael, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, okay, great. All right. Any other questions? Anything else you want me to show you or talk about or demo on market data? Does that let everyone know to get what they need to do to get out there and start getting some information? Again, talk to your agents. Always going to come back to that.
Know
All
your
right.
market.
Move things around. Okay, now. Got to go look back and see what my 3 topics were. Oh, quick deal analysis. Okay. I'm going to come off screen and then talking with sellers. Okay. So this came up last on our call the other night. So let's talk a little bit about quick deal analysis. So the first thing is the MAO formula. MAO, maximum allowable offer. It is a back of the napkin. So within 30 seconds, it just gives you a number to start with. So the way MAO works, it is your ARV. It starts with your ARV. And by the way, when you're in, I think I showed you last time, when you're in like Zillow, Redfin, you can look for properties that have sold in order to help determine your ARV. So let's say we determine an ARV of $100,000. Or let's make it 200,000. $200,000 is our ARV. MAO is ARV times 70%. So if we take 200,000, actually, Angel, what was the ARV on that property you put the offer in on? I can't hear you.
Okay. The ARV on that property was,
Doesn't have to be exact, just a ballpark if you can remember.
we was looking at maybe like 225, 250.
Okay, so let's just say 250. So we're going to say 250 times ARV is MAO is your ARV times 70%, which takes us down to 175. So right off,
270, 270. Oh, Michael, I'm sorry, 270 to be exact.
okay, 273, 273,
270.
270. Okay, so 270 times 70% is $189,000. So the difference between 270 and 189, that 30%, that accounts for all of our fees and expenses. It accounts for our profit. It accounts for everything except your repair cost. So when we took off that 30%, right? We started at 270, we take 30% off the top, we're down to 189. That 30% is partly our profit, all of our other expenses, but it does not include repair costs. So for our repair costs, let's say repair costs are 70,000. So from the 189 minus 70 is 119. So in that scenario, 119,000 is your maximum allowable offer. Now, a couple caveats here, and this came up in a question the other night. We did 270 minus times 70%. Is it always 70%? No. Part of this is learning your market. You could never get a property in San Diego if you were doing that 70%. In really hot markets and in higher dollar amount markets, right? California, New York, New Jersey area, any Chicago, big cities, 70% just isn't going to work. It can go up to like 80, 85% would be the number. Now, how do you know what that number is? You're going to have to talk to people. You're going to have to be out doing deals. You're going to have to learn your market. But once you get a better sense of what that number is for your market, then Angel, let's say you see this property, you know, that was listed for 197, you do a quick ARV. If you can see some pictures on Zillow or Redfin or wherever you're looking, typically you can see, is this simply just paint and maybe flooring? Am I going to put in new kitchens and bathrooms? Like, you can get to a point where you're pretty much going to say a rehab's going to be 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. That's what Fortune Builders does, CT Homes. They just have like 3 or 4 buckets based on the amount of work it'll need that they go with. So you could start out, oh, this is a 197 is their asking price. Oh, this looks like a medium rehab. Where are you, Angel? Are you new? What area? What market?
New York.
New York, that's what I thought.
Property-
Okay, so you do like 197, let me pull up my calculator. 197, I'm sorry, 270, it's ARB, times, I'm gonna say 85%, 229.50, 229.50 minus 70,000. That gets you down to like 159, 160.
Right. And I was at 140, 150. I was at
Yeah.
150.
And look, I just am pulling some random numbers for rehab and all, you probably know better, but this is a number where once you really know understand your market and all, that you know that you can quickly do that. You could even put in an offer. This is again, CT Homes. They just put in the offer. Hey, we'll offer you 159.5. And if they take the offer, maybe you go up to 170 and they take the offer, and then CT Homes then does the walkthrough, really figures out the exact cost of rehab, looks and see, was there anything we didn't know of? And then if they need to, they go in and renegotiate. Now you have to decide where your comfort level is. There are some investors out there that just put in offers to lock down properties and don't even think about it. They may offer them 197 just to get it under contract, knowing they will never pay that price. And then it either renegotiates or falls out of contract. There's an ethical line that we each get to decide where we want to be on that line. But I do think there is room to be putting in your best offer based on the information you have and be able to allows you to renegotiate. That's how you can make quick offers confidently. And here's the other secret. This is the only thing that will give you confidence on making offers. What do you think it is? What's the only thing that will give you confidence on making offers? It's 2 words.
Do it.
Well, those weren't my words, but that works. It's make offers. Do it.
Take action, do it.
You will not get confidence until you do it. Okay, but as you do it, you're going to be learning. You're going to be really dialing in these numbers.
That's true, Mike. And that's what I'm learning too, Mike. Just once you know your numbers and you're confident with that number, leave it alone and boom, on to the next one.
That's it.
You know, when that's being said, the first thing that pops into my mind is Rihanna. Rihanna always told me, if it doesn't work, on to the next one. If it does, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. Just keep it moving,
Right.
Don't stop. Because
You get
that wheel
faster.
stops, then you stop. No, keep it moving,
Right
On
now.
to the next one, on to the next one.
That's it. And that is one of
Yeah,
the.
you don't want to get a bad reputation for being one of those people that always offers something they know they're not going to pay, because there are people that do that, but they also can get a bad reputation for it. It's not honest.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Everyone decides where that ethical line is, that you want to be, because it can, create a reputation for you. But as long as you are doing it in good faith, that you believe, hey, this is a number I can stand behind, go for it and just keep doing it. That's what's going to get you that confidence. And that's partly why we are going to be tracking how many offers you're making, because we are going to be encouraging you to be making offers. We're not making money until we make offers. All right.
Yep.
Any questions around evaluating deals? Do all of you feel like you could come up with an offer price, evaluate a deal, come up with an offer price and make your offer? I know many of you have, so.
I may have a little problem being certain about certain offers.
Okay, so where is the problem? What would it be?
Right there, right around there where you was talking about the numbers, where you have to be a little more exact about your numbers. I want to make sure that I'm throwing the right, like for example, this incident that just happened. So I threw the offer for 130, knowing that I could have been at 150, but they weren't really motivated to negotiate or say, maybe if you go a little more, maybe I could have said maybe, okay, look, I could just go 150. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if I was, if I was going the right way.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions. Was this a property on the MLS?
Yes.
Okay, so they have an agent, that they're a listing agent. Do you have an agent you're working with?
Yes.
Okay, and so you made the offer through your agent, and then your agent worked with the listing.
No, I actually reached out to the person.
To the seller or the seller's agent?
The seller's agent.
Okay, when you spoke with the seller's agent, did you get a sense of their motivation?
No.
Okay, what kind of properties are we looking for?
Motivated.
Highly motivated sellers.
Keep it moving.
So if there was no motivation for them, is all of this really going to make a difference at the end of the day? No, they want a full price offer.
Yeah.
Now, if you talk to their agent and say, hey, are they motivated to take a much lower offer? Of course, the agent is not going to say, yeah, do it, right? I mean, no one's going to, but this is where, and this is the next thing we'll talk about, talking to sellers, talking to agents. How can we get that information? So the first thing is making sure you're getting enough information to feel confident that you're the right property. Now, look, it's not to say if you couldn't get that information, it wasn't worth putting in that offer. As long as it didn't take a lot of time. I have to throw in an offer. You do them, you do 10, 20 of them. One of them's going to land eventually.
Yeah. So
the other thing to really, the way you're going to know those numbers is, go through that repair estimator. And right now, while we're still learning, take a property, go find a property online that looks like, oh yeah, this needs work. Do a repair estimator do a deal analyzer, come up with your number. Well, before you do that, looking at the pictures, just come up, you know what? I bet this would be a $50,000 rehab. Write down 50,000, put it aside. Now go through and do your actual repair estimator. And your deal analyzer, come up with an offer. Then do an MAO formula and see, do your numbers match? If you go from 70 to 80 or 85%, do your numbers match? Do that 5 times, 5 different properties.
Makes sense.
And then
makes
the
sense.
6th one, when you're actually dealing with a property, you're going to put an off, you're right, or maybe these are practice ones, you will have more confidence in that. And ultimately, the way your end game going to know are your numbers right when the deal is done. Right? Once the deal's done, then you can go back and review all your numbers and see, oh, do it right? Did I hit my targets? Where did I miss my targets? Let me adjust for that in the future.
Okay. So what I did was I put a yellow on it for a follow-up, maybe like in a week or 2.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. You got it.
I'm just moving on.
You
I'm just
move
moving.
on, and when you follow up, hey, just checking how's it going, you know, property, I'm still interested if it falls through. Here's the last thing you say. By the way, are there any other properties that I should know about and be making offers on?
Mhm.
Make
Yeah.
sure to ask, because that agent may know something that you aren't aware of.
Right on.
All right. Oh, that's what was happening with the echo, Michelle, is I think you're with Angel and it was echoing through, so got it. Okay. Let's talk about talking with sellers or agents, either way. Who has a challenge, feels challenged talking to sellers? Who is this a problem for, an issue or something? Okay, Lourdes. All right, come off, let's get you off mute, Lourdes. Thank you. And so what is your thought process, your concern? Where, why, how is this challenging for you?
Well, you know, as I am thinking about it, I think I'm a lot more confident than I probably was a few months ago
Yeah,
from all this training I've been getting.
right?
Right, Michael?
Yeah.
You know me. So I think it's probably not as bad as it used to, but I still cringe a little bit when it's getting to that point, like, okay, it's time to call the seller now. You know, you did all the other homework. And so, but it's just probably practice. I just need to do it. Like all of you have said, it doesn't have to be perfect. If I screw it up, I screw it up. Oh, well, you know, everybody still is. So I just need to have that mentality. And that's it. It's just my perfectionism. I want to have all the answers to the questions they're going to have. And if I don't, I don't want to feel stupid or dumb, you know? But then again, why am I worried about that? Just do it and move on to the next caller.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
it. Yeah.
you know, here's what I'll say, Lourdes, because I know you and I know the journey you've been on. You have a lot more confidence than you realize. You have a lot more knowledge and a lot more skill than I think you give yourself credit for. And, you know, just as you continue to do this, you'll build that muscle.
Mhm.
But let's just walk through. So if you're going to call a seller, what do you think, or like, what do you want to get out of that conversation? What's your intention?
My intention now is focusing on building that relationship with that seller, building that relationship, that comfort, trust level between both of us, to where I just don't come across that I just want to be very transactional. I just want your property. I don't want to know anything about anything else. I just want your property. Give it to me. I don't want, now I know that that's not going to work in many cases. You have to build that relationship with that seller, that customer, whatever you want to call it. And and then go from there, get the information of the property. Why are you selling? How can we make this work if I were to make you an offer? And I don't know. I'm thinking I would start there.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it exactly. I mean, I love it. You kind of walk through it, right? Because you have to build rapport first.
Yes,
And you can build rapport in 30 seconds. I mean, this is not a
correct.
long time thing. It can happen very quickly.
Yes,
And then you want to understand their motivation,
yes,
right? And then you want to understand the property.
yes,
And that's
correct.
it. That's all it is. And so I like how you say it's building that relationship and all, and it's just walking through those steps. So let's do a role play. Let's pretend I'm a seller
Okay,
and you saw my property and it looks like something you want to find out more. So I'll say ring, ring, I'll say hello, and then that's me answering the phone, and you just start talking.
okay.
All right, ring,
Okay.
ring. Hello, this is Michael.
Hi, Michael. How are you? This is Lourdes.
I'm good. How are you?
So, hi, Michael. I am Lourdes from LK Properties. I am calling you because I'm interested in the property at 1225 Overland Lane. Is it
Oh,
still
okay, great.
available? Mhm.
Yeah, it is. It is. Thanks for calling.
How's your day going?
It's good. It was a busy morning, got a lot done though. And you know how it is. I don't know if you've ever tried to sell a house before, but there's always a million things that you never realized needed to happen. So I'm just working on that stuff.
Right, right, right. So listen, Michael, I don't want to take a lot of your time. I know you're busy, like everybody else. I am interested in your property. I came across it on realtor.com, and I'm a local investor in the area, and I saw your property. What can you tell me about it? What's the reason you're selling?
Well, I am have to move back to the West Coast to help some family members with some stuff. And there are just some issues that happen here that I just am ready to go. Oh, everyone froze on me. Oh, now you're
Oh, yeah.
okay. Now you're all moving again. Lourdes is still frozen. It's just
Are you there, Michael?
I am. My internet's a little wonky.
Oh, they hung up on you? Did they hang up on you?
Man,
the
come
seller-
back.
I'm here, everyone.
Man,
That's the
No.
first thing. That's the first thing you should have got.
I guess he's not motivated.
He's not gonna.
drip campaign.
All right. Sorry about that. My internet just glitched for a minute.
Maybe they shut his power off.
He's not motivated. He's not motivated.
Yeah.
He's motivated.
You did great, but here's what I want to show from that one, right? Stuff like this comes up and it's good to have a laugh about, and that could happen on a real
Right.
call. But
that takes like 24 hours.
that was all you have to do. I mean, we didn't get into like, okay, now tell me a little bit about the property, but that's it. Just hello, let people know who you are. That's the one thing I would say do right away. And that's why I was kind of like, hello, well, hi, Laura. Like, because I didn't know
Like, why are you calling me?
why you're calling. Yeah, so you want to let them know that. But I love what you said. I know you're busy and I don't want to take a lot of your time. Right? When you let me know that I'm busy, you're not going to take a lot of time, that then gives me space to say, okay, I want to take a minute and listen to what you have to say because you're aware of my time.
Right.
So, right, that's a good thing. And then, saw your property. So why are you selling?
Part of the team now. Yeah.
So yeah, I think you did great. How did that feel for you? I know, again, a little glitchy, but how did it feel?
Well, if it was a prior month, I would have been freaking out because I would have not known what to say. But now, like I mentioned to you, I'm getting a little comfortable. I am, listening to a lot of podcasts that have those role plays, so those help a lot. And yeah, so I think I'm just growing. I'm growing in terms of my knowledge, my confidence, and again, it is what it is. If I mess up, I can't be perfect, and I shouldn't even sound like I rehearsed it because I feel that just turns people off.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
just want to be as natural as possible.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, great. All right. Anyone else have any thoughts, feedback, questions, comments around that?
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing someone. George, is that you? Your screen froze, but I know you came off mute.
All right. Oh no, my thing would be one thing that's helping me and might help Lourdes or somebody else is at the end of the day we just care about ourselves. And so when we're calling these sellers, it's learning how to sound interested in them and not interesting.
Yeah,
So tell me more about that you're moving. Why are you moving? Or and get them, to open up and more information comes out as you shut up and okay. Yeah.
right. I love that, George. And I love, tell me more. Tell me more is one of the best questions you can ask people. It is a great coaching question, but honestly, in any circumstance, really, tell me more.
Yeah, because they're moving. They're moving. Maybe you can help them. Do they
Mhm.
have an idea of where they're moving? Are they situated over there? Maybe you can help them.
Right, right. So it's always a great question to ask. So one thing we could do, because we've got some time left, is break out into chat rooms of 2 people per room and role play, practice role playing for a few minutes. Would you all want to do that?
All right,
Everyone up for that? Okay.
that's what's up. And you know what? I'm just making calls. If it doesn't work out for this time, I'm sure it'll work out for the next time. My goal is to get $1 million of private money between now and June, which means that I just got to get on my game.
I'm not sure. Who am I hearing? Is that?
That's what I'm going to do because
Okay, that was Michelle. Yeah, Ryan is sick, so he's not going to be able to participate, which actually works out, I think, numbers wise. So let me see if I can. Hey, Ryan, I don't know how to do this without you. Could you just jump off and come back on at 4 o'clock? Because I don't have a way system wise. So just hang up. And then once you're gone, I'll put everyone in breakout rooms. Okay, so there's 8 people, 4 rooms. All right, and so we'll go until 4 o'clock. So just one person is the seller, one person is the investor. Do a role play, give feedback, and then switch. And I'll see y'all in 9 minutes. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I was only 4 or oh, it's only us.
60 seconds is fast.
That was she said. No.
Yeah, so I try to use my mind and relax.
Think about something else.
Yeah, change the channel.
That's what we gotta do with these business we doing sometimes, you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, right.
Welcome back, Ryan. Thank you.
Ryan, my accountability buddy.
Yeah.
Oh man, tea, drink a lot of tea.
All right.
I don't know where is everybody?
You kicked them out, Mike.
There they come. Okay.
Peggy.
There we go.
Drink a
Welcome.
lot of tea, Ryan. Drink a lot of tea.
All right. What was it like? How did you do with that? Any thoughts, feedback? Anyone want to share?
My seller was Anita, and she was really good. She was very helpful with a lot of the information that I was asking, and she was very receptive. So it helped me just be really calm and try to be as natural as I possibly could when I was asking her different questions about the house. She never seemed that she was defensive or irritated, as it related to any of the questions that it had about the house. And she was very forthcoming about the condition of it, for as explaining how the, bathroom needed some work and hole in the walls and a few other things. So
Great.
my seller was outstanding.
Awesome.
And that's because Kelvin was very direct. He told me why he was calling. I asked him how he got my information because everybody asked that question.
Oh, good point.
So, yeah, right. So he told me, and I said, "Oh, okay, I understand." So right away, that creepo factor goes out. For me, that's how I think. Up from Jersey, that's how we think.
Yeah.
And he was able to explain everything in a way that most people, I would have to say, would definitely 100% understand what he was saying. And it was good because he took his time. He let me talk, and then if, he would give me that little pause. And then if I thought of something else, I could jump in without having to interrupt him. It wasn't like he was like firing down a list of questions. It was a natural conversation.
Mhm. Awesome.
Good job, Kelvin.
Thank you.
Calvin, how's that feel? Because I know, for you, kind of getting you into action mode and stuff, is something we're working on. So
Hey, it made me want to get on the phone, Michael.
Yay! Beautiful. I love it.
Good job.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you.
Anybody else have anything they want to share?
My partner was Peggy, and I thought she did a really good job establishing rapport with me. And I told her I was dying of COVID. I had to sell my house. But so I got the long COVID, man. But she was more concerned. She told me she had been a nurse and that she was more concerned about me and what treatment I had received. And she was concerned about me, so that then I was, it was just like a good way to establish rapport and have some compassion. And then I started telling her about my house, my motivation, for selling. But we got pulled away too soon.
So at the end, I told her, she said she wanted to sell because she's dying of COVID to give her kids money. So I said, oh, well, sell pretty before you die so it won't go into probate.
See that? A real estate investor finding solutions.
Yeah.
Solving problems. Okay. All right, good. Anyone else before we're gonna wrap up, move on in a minute? Any other feedback, thoughts? Did that help everyone? Okay.
It did.
Excellent. All right. One thing I wanted to let you know is, so you're gonna go and do, so now every week you're gonna have two things. You're gonna have your worksheets, just as you've been doing. I have rearranged, I think I sent out an email yesterday, so it's always the week we're in, it's right at the top. So you don't have to scroll down. It was making it harder for me, I'm sure hard for you guys. So you'll just go in, you'll do what's at the top. And I'm simplifying the worksheets in that we're always going to ask, what's a win? Where do you need help? And then for some of you, I'm going to assign tasks like Kelvin. I've given you a task to reach out to me and do a connection call because that came up, to talk about mindset. So when things come up that for individuals where it's like, oh, you need to be taking action here, or you've talked about things that you want to do, well, then I'm recording it. So if you don't want to be held accountable, don't say it, okay? But if you do say it and I can capture it, I'll put it on the worksheet and go from there. So you'll all have a task, and then along with the worksheet, you've got your spreadsheet to track your hours, your offers made and offers accepted. And that's it. Any questions, challenges, open issues? We've got some time. So if you want to talk about something, I'm here to talk about it. If we're done, we're done. Like, I don't want to use time just to use it. So is there anything else for anyone outstanding, burning issue, desire?
I'm good.
Everyone looks good. All right, let's make this a little shorter day. Peggy, could I ask you to just stay on while everyone else leaves? Because I want to make sure we can resolve your challenges logging in going forward. So if you can just hang out for a second.
I figured out what it is. I didn't know that I had to register each time.
You don't. So just stay on. Just stay there, Peggy. All right, everyone.
Okay.
You're doing great. Awesome to see you all. And we'll see you Tuesday. It's Thursday, so we'll see you again.
It's usually a bad omen when the teacher asks you to stay after class. It means
All right,
I'm
Michael.
ready
I
for
see
my
you soon.
spanking.
Not at all,
Extra
Peggy.
credit.
Hey, I wanted to be easy for everyone. So
Bye, Anita.
see y'all
Take care,
later.
Peggy.
Have
Bye,
fun
everyone.
in Pittsburgh.
Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend.
Bye.